Hi, it's Adam Lovelock from Coconut Creatives and welcome to this week's Whiteboard Weekly. So this week I was asked online recently about automated follow-up in franchise recruitment marketing and specifically about the volumes of emails and text messages you should send. So we're definitely going to cover that, but we're also going to look at some other factors too. Firstly, the rise of automation. Without a shadow of a doubt, over the last 10 years, automation within marketing, whether it's with emails and text messages using a range of different softwares, has massively grown. And when you inquire about so many things, especially business services now, you do tend to go into some sort of automated follow-up sequence. And what I'm definitely seeing is lots of franchisors implementing automated follow-up when a lead comes into the process. Is it dying out? How do you feel about it? Well, I don't know if it's dying out, but I think people are much more immune these days to receiving tons and tons of automation. There's no doubt that the strength of email marketing messages now is not as strong as it was 10 years ago. So I think relying purely on automation as part of your, or the main part of your follow-up to any lead you get in for your franchise is probably going to be quite risky. And most people are starting to feel a lot more negative and switching off to automation. So I think the key thing is, yes, it definitely has a place, but it's all about finding a really good balance between human interaction, which ultimately is the big thing about we all need to make a decision, and using tech to support that. So one of the questions was volumes. Well, it's going to differ for everyone and it needs lots of testing really, but certainly I wouldn't go for too much volume of one different medium. So you may decide to have 3 or 4 emails as part of a sequence, but also mix into that text messaging and phone calls and all the things that you would. So I've got a kind of standard, what I see a follow-up sequence working well, and what you have here is a lead coming into a process, and then you have a range of different emails, so email 1, email 2, email 3. The time you spend between those different emails and the time lapse of the whole thing will differ, and it needs a bit of testing. But I think the absolutely key thing here is you don't just purely rely on the emails to get someone engaged, especially when the open rates here could only be 10 or 15%. So what you need to do is map out how this could look, but also make sure you have a range of different activities based in here as well. So you may have a phone call, you may have a handwritten letter, you may have text messages, but the key thing is actually using the automation process to build your whole sales follow-up process to any lead that comes in. And of course, the aim of this is trying to gain human interaction. So it's really important to have phone calls and other different elements within the follow-up process, which then can get you into stronger conversations. So I hope that answers the question. If you have any comments, it'd be really interesting to hear how you use automation in your follow-up process. Please comment below.